placed my rods wrong.
I don't
Probably.
want to hear about your rods.
Saltwater taffy is pretty
When he
mid.
was talking about people who are wrong, he was talking about Avatar fans.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, they're all bad.
No wait, the fans are right.
No. Wait, the plot of the movie was great, guys. It was just awesome.
It's fine.
Loved it. No, it was bad.
Why is the plot bad?
Just was. It was boring.
No.
It was boring.
Good. Just watched it again 2 nights ago. It's amazing.
I'm gonna touch this
Why?
whale.
You
I'm gonna
already
touch this
watched
whale.
it.
Oh, I saw it 3 times.
Stop!
Twice
Don't
in
you
theaters.
even start on that, Blaine.
I saw it
Blaine,
twice.
I
In
can't
theaters.
enjoy
God,
things more
guys,
than
you don't
once.
understand this
I saw it.
whale. He's just misunderstood by his
I
saw it.
tribe, and I just want to be with
Wait,
him.
Blade, you don't
Oh my
watch things more than once?
God.
There are 2
Lofty.
reasons to watch something more
We've
than
talked
once.
about
Whether
this.
you're showing somebody
know.
it for the first time as like a travel guide of media, or
Oh.
if different times in your life there are actually different lessons that you can
Barf.
glean from a more intricate story. Those are the 2 reasons you can do that. And
So
you
you're-
guys
so
who
you're
all
saying-
Thank
forget
you
what
for-
happened
thank
in
you
a
for giving me
show.
my guidelines for enjoyment of entertainment.
Wait a minute, Blade. Wait a minute, Blaine.
Am I
What?
being
Saying-
detained, Blaine?
are you
Am I
saying
being
if you
detained?
put-
Am I
wait,
free to
Blaine?
go? Am I free to
Blaine?
watch my shows?
Are you saying if you right now, if you put on Jurassic Park on right, and you've seen it before, but if you put it on again, you couldn't enjoy it?
I would not have fun watching it now.
Why?
Because it's gonna bore me. I've already know what's coming up.
But don't you have that adrenaline? Like, oh, this is
No.
this part's awesome. Holy shit.
Why would you have adrenaline? You already know what's coming.
Because you get
He's
to
a
look
broken
at.
human being.
Wait a minute! This is crazy. I've never heard anyone. Hold on a second.
We have talked about this, Lofty. You just forgot.
Uh-oh. I did not forget. I've never.
He's got to watch the stream
No,
again.
no, Lofty. This is fair. To be fair, I had this argument with Blaine, and the chat was like, "Oh, Stuart's just like Lofty."
Blaine, what about music?
What about music? Music's different.
Why? You've heard it before. It's boring.
Because
Blaine.
the point
Got
of
him.
music is not to surprise you or show you something you haven't seen before or some
love that when
like
when a song
new
does that.
interesting thing. The point of music is to tap into our fundamental human sense of emotion in the musical
oh my
genre.
God.
I'm trying
So
to tap
films
into
can't
our
do that?
fundamental sense
No,
Now,
I
music
don't get that
can't
with films
tap
because
into
films
your
are stories.
emotions?
Films are
Not
stories, like at the
Well,
end of the
maybe-
day. And if I
yeah,
know
but
what happens in a
Do you
story,
only
then
watch like
watching it again.
normie? Do you only watch like normie story fag movies? You don't watch
I mean,
like
this
poetic
is probably
films?
why he hated Chainsaw Man.
Name a
He already read
poetic
it.
film.
Chungking Express, In the Mood
no,
for
I don't know
Love,
that one.
Ask
Under
him
Lev,
if he's watched
Stalker.
Lord of the Rings more than once.
Wait! Oh God, no! Please don't. No, I don't want to talk about this anymore. This is gonna make me depressed.
No, I do now because now it's getting emotional for.
Lord of the Rings
for
is
other
so much fun to
people.
watch. What about the Matrix? What about like okay? What about kung fu films where there's like a really cool martial arts scene? Don't you want like enjoy like what about like okay? Hold on.
He's trying to.
Wait, Blaine. What about okay, Blaine?
Okay.
What about
Blaine's
like
just watching him waiting for the.
what about like like John Wick, like something where there's like a lot of action where you're just like, oh, I want to see that fight scene again because it was awesome.
But I don't want to
look
see that
it
fight
up.
scene again.
Like, presumably, he'd just look it up. He wouldn't watch the whole movie again just to see one scene.
I disagree with Blaine, but I think it's a hilarious take because of the reactions it gets out of myself included.
I don't understand why this is so like it's not really that crazy of a take. Like I'm not
It is
saying
crazy.
you guys shouldn't watch things. I'm just
No,
saying
no,
like
no,
I
you have to
have
understand
zero
how-
enjoyment watching things for a second time.
You know what?
Unless
I
of
agree with
those
Blaine.
two things I told
I
you.
get zero enjoyment out of watching Evangelion more than once. Honestly, like if I had to watch it a
Bro.
second time, probably kill myself. Like that show's
Like,
just so bad.
Doesn't speak to you
Unrewatchable.
multiple times, you know?
I've
It
watched
doesn't
it.
follow the rules.
Listen, I've watched stuff like television shows. Okay, so for example, the TV show Hannibal, I've seen 5 times. Hannibal. I get
Why?
something new out of it every time. First of all, I love the relationships between all the characters, and I think it's the psychology behind the characters. Like, there's something you don't understand it the first time you watch it. Like, you don't understand everything.
Is this the Rick and
There
Morty
were
thing
two
again?
things. If you're watching it
No.
again and you're learning more and you're
Okay.
gaining more insight into your life or the story or something like that, sure.
What
I
about
just
like a
don't get
musical?
that for like
What about a musical?
99% of things. What?
What about a musical with like a
What
great
about a
like,
musical?
number? that you like, just like a musical number is like just beautiful. Like you could watch it 50 times. It's still beautiful.
You mean like a
song?
like literally
like
a song
Les
from the
Miserables or
show?
Sweeney Todd or any pick a
I
musical.
just gotta just have an album. Like why would
The
I like if
Cats
the music is a song
Joseph
that
and
like
the
I want to
Amazing
feel.
Technicolor Dreamcoat.
Okay, hold on. Holy shit! Let me go to my
Jesus
letterbox.
Christ Superstar.
Hold on.
I like the Cats movie. I've seen it like 4 times now.
What about horror? Oh! Are you a horror movie fan?
Sure.
Okay.
That's like the worst genre you could pick because the whole point
Yeah,
of
it
those
really
is the
is.
suspense.
But
Mm.
half the point of it is watching is appreciating the production design, like Alien, for example.
That's not half of it for me.
Yeah, it's like I want to watch that alien kill people again and again and again and again and again and again.
Okay.
I don't get it. I'm confused.
Maybe
That's
that's
fine.
not where he finds his entertainment.
That's fine. I'm just saying it's very weird. I don't think I've ever met one person in my life that
It's
doesn't like
definitely
rewatching
odd,
movies.
but
It's very
it's
odd.
whatever.
It's very odd. But everybody has an odd thing about them.
I just have 5.
Wait, so for example,
Yeah.
Yeah.
if you had friends over, like I came over to your house and I
Okay.
was like, and you were like, oh, what do you want to do? I was like, let's watch a movie. And you were like, okay, what do you want to watch? And I was like, let's watch Jaws.
You're
Okay.
gonna
And you were like, oh, I've seen it before. And I was like, well,
Ooh.
so
no,
I've seen it before too,
here's
it's
my
fun to watch.
response. I've learned to do things politely. If you're like, oh, let's watch Jaws, I'll say, if that's what
Wait
you
a
want to
minute.
do.
So you fake liking it?
No,
You
I don't fake
having-
liking it. I
so
just
you just
I
sit
sort
there
of
like with a bored face.
Oh, I
Yes.
have a bored face the first time I watch things anyway, because I do this thing called remember the shows as I'm watching them.
Remember
I do
shows
too, I do
never
too.
seen before.
It
That's-
used to
that's
really
it.
it really used to concern my parents because I would not laugh during like comedy shows. I would just sit there watching it flat face, and they would like
Uh-oh.
giggle and laugh, and they'd be like, "Man, is our kid okay?" And
No, he never was.
but then I would
Well,
turn around and I would repeat lines from the entire movie and laugh with them and joke with them.
I love
Just bring 'em up in my
repeating
daily life.
lines.
What?
I like repeating lines from movies.
Yeah, and I
Like,
don't
in the
need-
Matrix, right? Like Trinity, she's like, dodge this, and she shoots him in the face. Why? That's so fucking epic. Why is that
Yeah.
not fun to rewatch?
Well, because I don't need to rewatch it. I saw it. I do own physical media fan site. I buy things so that I can tell the studios that they should make more stuff like that.
Uh-oh. Okay.
He buys things and doesn't use them.
That I have a drawer full of Blu-rays I've never watched.
Good job.
That's crazy.
This is,
It
I
is,
mean, I
isn't
guess
it?
I'm learning that this is crazy. But I also learned that you should say like you too
How many
when
other
you like leave
people-
a store and someone says have a nice day. I learned that when I was like 19. So
How
Are
many
you-
other
wait, are
people
you-
do you know that have never rewatched?
I'm not
Elite?
being rude because my
What did you
my
use
best
to
friend
say
is
beforehand,
autistic.
or did
But
you
are
just
you?
walk out?
Do you have? Are you on the spectrum?
I've never been diagnosed, so I have.
Are you
no
sure?
idea.
Are you sure?
I know I've never been diagnosed. I know that much at least.
Okay.
I feel like I would have known that part.
All right.
I don't think you are. I think it's just
Ah.
a quirk.
Maybe
A
it's some
quirk
weird
like
thing.
my.
It's because
Like not
I don't
being able to know what
here's what-
colors are.
like to me. It's like whatever you're describing. I'm sure it's the opposite for you, but whatever you're describing to me, it makes zero. Like it's somebody might as well be telling me that like their favorite food is like dirt. Like I don't understand.
Oh,
Like it
that's
makes no
hilarious.
sense. Like it
They
makes
actually
no
like eating
sense.
chalk and clay.
I've seen Spirited Away like 50 times. Like I've seen
a lot of
let me think
times.
of another. Oh dude, you don't even know. I've seen every year I watch Unbreakable, I watch Jurassic Park, I watch Kill Bill, I watch The Matrix. What else do I watch? I have like a routine.
See,
I
that
just, like-
sounds more autistic than me than Blaine.
no, that's just somebody as a fan of
Yeah.
something. That's somebody who's a
Unbreakable's good,
massive
though. I'd
fan.
watch
Those
it.
are all my favorite movies. I don't know. I mean,
Yeah, like it's a
like-
pattern that if you broke it, it would be upsetting to you.
well, if somebody watches like Die Hard every year at Christmas, like are they weird? No, that's what their favorite.
No,
movie
but
is.
it might just be a
To
tradition.
be fair
that they have
though,
set
here's
up,
a
but you're
question I
talking about, like,
usually
you have a
ask
whole-
is if
If
you
you
watch
have-
a thing every year for Christmas, do you sit down and watch it or is it just on while you're making cookies or something?
Oh, I sit down, lights off, 7.1 surround, Dolby Atmos, 4K
Captured
television,
myself.
nobody else in the room, and I will watch.
I'm
So,
sure.
like tonight, I probably will watch fucking Blade Runner for the 20th time. Like I don't
Okay,
fucking
but do
know.
you do that for Christmas with the cranks?
No, I do that because I love the movies. Like I'll put
Right, but
Blade
do you
Runner
think
on.
that that's something that most people do, or
I don't
do
know.
most
People are
do
not.
what Blaine said, just keep it on in the background?
I feel like
Most
Lofty
people
is
are
like
not movie fans.
the full alternate version of me when it comes
Look,
to this.
I mean, I'm a big movie fan. Some people are
like
video
people
game,
disagree with me, but I don't think people are full on to that take.
No, but listen, what about video games? For example,
Video
are
games
you,
are an ever-changing story. Don't even try.
Yeah.
Well,
honestly,
what about Mega
you're not
Man?
doing it.
What about a Mega Man game you've played before? Every level.
No, I usually don't repeat my Mega Man games.
Why? It's fun.
But here's
Go back and
here's
play
the
Mega
here's
Man
the deal
X4.
though.
Game with
No, it's not
variability
fun. But
throws your equation out the
here's the thing. Every single time you play, unless you're straight up speed running where every input you do is basically the same from the last, you actually will get different storylines that emerge from games that you play because of the way you move, the way the enemies move, all this kind of stuff.
Oh,
So
not
even if you're playing the
storyline.
same story beats, your story in a game comes from your input into the game.
What about a book? Have you ever read a book more than once?
I barely read books.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of
We
Yeah.
don't
Barely.
read here actually, like at all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Fuck!
I
Oh my god.
I
really-
we
Oh, I
look at
started,
stuff that's
I
in
read a lot.
Japanese. We just kind of look at the pretty pictures. We don't read the story.
Anybody know?
What? ASMR?
What's-
Song of Ice and Fire.
ASOIAF.
A Song of Ice and Fire.
So, oh!
Now you want to talk about a media that that's only worth reading once? That's Game of Thrones. Is once the shock value's gone, there's no
Look,
value.
there's
to
some
that.
things I don't want to rewatch. I'm trying to think of it. Oh, okay.
And then he stood there,
Let me think-
flaccid dick in hand.
Let me think of an example of something I do never want to rewatch. Oh boy.
Before that
Oh, yeah.
happens, I gotta
This'll be
duck out
interesting.
here, guys.
Oh,
All
let's
right,
see
yeah, we
about-
go on pop.
Boy.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. I'm trying to find a movie that I would never watch again.
The bad ones.
Well, and it
probably.
has here's
watch High School Musical ever again.
here's the extra little bit you have to figure out. Yeah, you have to find a movie you would never watch again that is also you think is good. That would,
that's
that
what
would
I'm
be
doing.
Never watching Sky High
Yeah.
ever again. That was the biggest piece of shit I ever
No,
saw.
that's what I'm doing.
yeah. That's
Look,
it's
what
a rough
about a
task
movie
for
you
most
saw
people.
when you were 15 and you were like, man, maybe I should give it another shot?
For me, that would be
It's literally the
2001.
two rules.
That's
That'd
one
be
of the rules.
2001.
Whenever
The
I
two,
want to
the
watch
two
a
rules are
movie-
if you are in a different state in your life or you have some other different understanding that may bring more information into the system that will let you understand more of the plot or take away new and interesting lessons, that's one of my two rules for rewatching things. So if it's like, oh, you're older now, you understand something differently.
I just
It's the
don't.
reason I've rewatched Evangelion so many times is because I've watched it when I was so young that I've had
Look.
multiple times in my life that I've been able to go back and learn more things
Yeah, that makes
about
sense.
myself from the show.
That makes sense. There's a lot of shows. There's a lot of stuff like that. What I don't understand is that movies are not only about story. They're also about art. They're about music. They're about performances. They're about adrenaline. There's like a million things about a movie besides like you can predict the story outcome, so therefore the movie's bad. Like
I
don't
didn't say
understand
bad. I want to be clear. I'm not saying
Okay.
that they're bad. They just bore me.
But okay, so hypothetically, like when I watch The Matrix for like the 9 millionth time, I'm not. Okay, maybe the story bores me in the same way that it bores you, but I'm also excited when like he dodges the bullets, or like when he gets into the lobby shootout and there's like really cool gun like the sound effects and like the fight choreography, and I'm just like, well, that's awesome. Like, I don't know how you can ignore all that stuff. Like, how does it? I don't know. Maybe we'll never agree, I guess.
I mean, you can feel free to ask me 1,000 questions about it. I don't know that.
I think
it'll
Inception
just
is
become
good.
more and more informative to you about how I
What
think about these things, but
Okay.
it's not exactly like it's not a stance that's gonna change in my life. I'm not gonna suddenly be like, oh
Wait.
yeah, of course, the direction, the color palettes, I'm not gonna just
But
have
isn't
this
that
sudden
something you
realization.
can appreciate?
Right?
Like, isn't that the same thing as staring
That
at
is
like a
something
painting?
I have changed my opinion on.
I mean,
as
if
I've
you
gotten
go to an art
older.
gallery, you look at a painting, you just look at it, it's beautiful, it's nice, it's beautiful.
You've never seen how fast I walk through art galleries.
Yeah, but
I
like,
fucking
Imagine
hate
walking
it.
through an art gallery.
but part of movies, big part of movies is like the aesthetic value of the film. Blaine, I am going to one of these days,
Jesus Christ.
Dude, this was such a shit show. All right.
Dance bolt.
All right.
All right, everybody.
Come on.
Have a wonderful rest of your evening. I'll catch you all on Monday for our Anime Monday because who knows when the trailer is going to be done. Kampai,
Yep.
everybody.
Can pie. Later.
Thanks, Blaine. It's great as always.
Kawaii pie.